I've completely contorted this. And I bet you Tim Pierce would be like, oh, that's what you want to do? Thanks, Tim. Sorry. Hi, my name is Ian Kirkpatrick. I'm a songwriter and producer. I've worked with artists such as Sabrina Carpenter, Lipa, Tyla, and I'm here today with Ryan, who I'm a big fan of. What else is that?
That's staying in the edit.
That's staying in the edit.
When I got some big news about a deep ARA integration of Tonalic into one of the biggest DAWs around, I knew immediately who I wanted to visit. I just had a hunch that Tonalic would blow Ian's mind.
The whole reason that I wanted to get together with you and show you Tonalic is because Tonalic is now integrated into Cubase as an ARA plugin. Rather than living in this floating window that's like an abstraction above the song you're working in, you can now interact directly from the plugin and the DAW. So it's just...
I'm getting a real-time tutorial from fucking Ryan. Whoa.
So yeah, I basically did. I gave Ian his own private tutorial on what Tonalic is all about.
And they take that one recording and they then run it through what they call the Tonalic engine, which is like DNA technology on steroids. And what they end up with is session recordings by the top session guys that adapt to any tempo and chord that you come up with in your song. If I just drag this out, we're gonna get some Randy Boland acoustic guitar in this.
Whoa.
And let's go back instead of to the zigzag chord. Let's just resolve back to the beat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, we gotta resolve.
Got to resolve the song.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just go
Even
back
the
to
drummer knows.
Even the drummer. That's right. Even the drummer knows. So now we just play. We're gonna hear just Randy's performance.
Now comes the build. Yeah. Crazy.
All right, let's set up your computer and let's do something real. So I'm gonna pretty much let you run with this and do whatever you want. Exploring Tonalic, adding in Tonalics. You've got your chord track populated. That's what Tonalic is gonna be listening to as you explore. If you play back while auditioning Tonalics, what you hear will be following the chord track.
According to the chords.
When you like something, you just drag it in, it'll automatically create a new track. And then there's things we can do with adding variations. It doesn't have to just be a single Tonalic. It can be all the other elements that were tracked in that session if you want.
Right.
Crazy. Or like this guy, Nick Moshin, he's got like real kind of like Motown kind of.
Whoa. Let's just start with that, actually. I was more of a full band producer when I first started. Plain White T's, Young the Giant, Neon Trees. Then I got into songwriting. But you don't have a band there. Everything goes back to being in the box. As of late, it feels like there's more real instruments in pop music. Like with Sabrina's song, Taste. I had an idea for it, which was a lot more, you know, programmed, and then Julian went and took it to Nashville, and it went #1. And that's like all live instruments, which is really nice. But I'm a drummer, so unless there's a guitar player there or a bass player, I'm limited in that department. But like, now I have a guitar player. This is an idea that I worked on with my friend Juan Ariza, and we have these chords and this groove. And it has some like off-time shit. Skips a beat. So now I have a chord track set up to play Tonalic. Let's go find a little guitar or something. If I want something like atmospheric.
There's a tag called pad.
Pad, yes. Pad me. Wow. By the way, it's so cool how it anticipates the one. That strum comes in.
Yeah, it comes in ahead of the beat.
Yeah, that's wild. We just want to go through some other...
In that sort of vibe, there's nylon guitar stuff that works quite nice. The Tonalic icons are going to give you some indication of what you're going to hear, you know. This is crazy.
Wow.
flamenco.
Wow. Wow.
It's funny because each one of them takes it and it could go in a different direction.
Yeah, like
know
that's
what
what I'm learning right now. And it's kind of wild because like, for instance, like this makes me want to go like. How does it know which notes to go to? That's crazy. It's like my song with every personality. This is so fun. It's nice that Tonalic can let me modify the groove to be able to conform whatever percussion or whatever bass I have to just the feel that the guitar player has. And then there's the way that I can like preserve the feel of the player. 20%, I'm gonna fall in 20%. That's wild. These are things I've never had as a knob before. Cubase is just the most able DAW. I just work the fastest in it. And this is part of like why the integration is so important, right? The fact it's integrated means speed, workflow. It's there when I need it, right on a panel inside my project, drag and drop, syncs with the project when I preview it, like huge.
If you double click one of those regions for a second, in the far right corner, that button there,
Refine? Wait, what?
refine mode is where you can take on manual control on notes and voicings.
Oh my God, it's like Melodyne.
The first one you're looking at here is the voicing control. So like, see how it goes up on that second chord?
Stop. Oh, okay, right, it gives you like the spots you have available.
The spots you have available within certain reason, yeah.
How come you just told me about that right now? That's been there the whole time.
It's been there the whole time.
That's huge. Refine mode is huge. What else can we do? Oh. No way. No way. Whoa. See, I would start a whole new idea based on that. This plugin feels like it gives us options we haven't had before. After you guys leave, I'm gonna go play with it for another 5 hours because there's like so many different players and the feel and the, you know, the timing stuff. And I'm excited to integrate that into my more in-the-box process with this like real player that I'm in complete control of almost. Within the parameters of like what sounds real. Like I'm chasing something I'm after, but I'm also discovering this is the way a guitar player could play it differently. It's if he was in the room, or she was going, well, you could play it like this. Oh, I could do this, you know, which is like pre-production, you know, back in the day. And now I just go in and click and move and, you know, really playing with reality. I can't wait to discover how many ways I can use Tonalic.